Hi friends, welcome to Minivan Muse. I work full-time and travel part-time in my no-build Honda Odyssey Betty White, finding beauty, freedom, and simple moments on the road. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Just about ready to go. I'm going to show you the gear that I'm taking. I have to be honest with you, and it's kind of fun. I really don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing yet. Got the fridge. It's been pre-cooling overnight, plugged into the wall. And there's my stuff. You'll see what I'm eating later when I cook it. Got my water jug, stuff, dry goods, things like that. Got 2 power banks, bedding, pillows, my backpack, some other stuff in there, clothes, some shoes, and I have some fruit. I predict that will take 3 trips in my cart. The next time you see this stuff, it'll be in the van. I can't really snap my fingers anymore. Okay. All right, Betty is ready to go. Van is warming up. All right, let's hit the road on our surprise Thanksgiving 2025 adventure. Do I know where we're going yet? No, I still don't know. We're at the park. This is Griffith Park. I think I read somewhere it was the largest park within city limits in the country. So why are we at the park, you might ask? Well, today we are going to practice urban camping. I know I won't be camping in the park. I'm pretty sure that's against the law, but we're gonna urban camp right here at home in Los Angeles. Never done it before. Am I gonna urban camp the whole weekend? That I don't know. We're gonna do it tonight and see how it goes. I'm actually here in the park today to meet a friend of mine. I'm not gonna film that, but we're gonna hang out, take a walk for a little bit, and then we'll be moving on and head to another part of the city where I do have a couple spots that I have previously checked out that would be fine for an urban evening camping spot. We found our spot, looking pretty good. There's a church over here. On the other side of the street is a parking lot. Not residential, at least not in this block. There you are. So, what do we have for dinner, you may ask? I'm going to be using my Hot Logic. I am going to be placing 2 frozen hamburger patties. Yikes! They barely fit in there, but they fit. We are going to be plugging the Hot Logic into the Blue Eddy. I also have some rice and beans that will go along with it. So in the meantime, I am going to read a little bit and relax. Okay, so we finally got our hamburger done, and I chopped up the patties. I'm gonna add the meat into my rice cooker, and then I'm gonna add some beans, and I'm gonna add some rice. Salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of water. This little Dash 200-watt rice cooker, very handy, very compact, very small, and if you're hungry, it's definitely a one meal kind of thing. If you're kind of hungry, it could definitely be one meal with one thing of leftovers. Put the rest of our beans in here. Put the rest of our rice in here. We have our little side dish for tomorrow. I am not going to use a separate bowl. I am going to put a little bit of ketchup on it. Because I love ketchup. So we're going to eat. We're going to have our beverage. I'm going to watch a little TV. Okay, I'm heating up some water here to give my hands a good hand washing and wash my face and stuff. Already in bed, ready to go to sleep. We'll let you know how it goes in the morning. First night of urban camping. Good morning. All right. So what's on the agenda today? Today we are going to clean up the bedding. Urban camping, okay. But one of the reasons I got Betty was to get out of town, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't know, but we're gonna be hanging out around in here today. All right, we're in drive mode, but before we hit the freeway to go toward the ocean, everybody, what's coming next? You got it. Coffee. Look at this cute little town. Historic Fillmore. Very cute. think I remember there was a train station here. Something about the train. Yeah, there's train tracks here. Look at that. Beautiful old building. I've been here before. You know, those things, you know, when you live long enough, you sometimes forget things until you see them again or visit the places again. I've been here before. I believe this was with my ex-husband, and we took a train here. It was a short train ride. I can't remember where we went. Oh, it was to the Christmas tree farm. That's what it was. Looks like it's all maybe closed down now and just kind of a train graveyard. Yes, now I remember. Gosh, that must have been like 2012 or 2013. Yikes, like a lifetime ago. Fillmore, California. Yeah, it's all gated up now. I don't know if the trains are still running, but wow. Look at all these old trains. Very cool. Yes. It's all coming back to me now. All right, let's push on. We want to get to the coast. Right, we are here. How exciting. Carpinteria State Beach. $10 for day use. We're gonna find a parking spot, walk out by the water, eat my lunch in the van. Bug screens up, both windows. We have our bug screen up on the sunroof. All right, yay. 66 degrees at end of November. Yeah, that's why we deal with all the hassles of living in Southern California. The traffic, the gas prices, the rents. You know, if my job wasn't here, I might not be here, but that's a whole nother video. All right, so what do I have to eat? To be honest, it's kind of a mishmash of stuff. These are some cream cheese wontons from Trader Joe's I had left over, so I threw them in. There's some refried beans, some rice with corn and peas, and a few pieces of chicken. All right, so I'm gonna eat my lunch, listen to my audiobook for a bit, relax. Been driving for, I don't know, two hours. Driving slow. I could have got here probably faster, but wow, look at that. Look at that. Seagulls hanging out. They are huge birds, by the way. next stop is going to be Santa Barbara. Nice little city. Haven't been there in a long time. I'll walk around a little bit. Then we will eventually get to our sleep spot, which I'll tell you about later. After driving around for quite a while, we found a place to park. If I'd like to get out and stretch my legs a bit. Wah, wah. Coffee place is closed. So much booze around. So many bars and wineries, and there's even a candle bar, which is cool. It's just, I don't need a candle right now. I just wanted a coffee. I asked the girl, is there any place I can get a craft coffee around here? Oh, you go to the place with the green logo? I drink that coffee all the time. I wanted something else, but looks like I'm not gonna get it, so we'll move on. Hi. All right. We are finally here. We are at a rest area on State Highway 46. It is 44 degrees outside, which is cold for me. So I will definitely be using my heated mattress pad tonight. But the other two pieces of equipment I have to keep me warm, let me just show you those real quick. The first thing that I use to keep me warm is my heat emitter, and I like to clip it to the top shelf of my storage unit here. I'm going to plug it into the power bank that is underneath this shelving unit. The blue eddy is on. And now we'll turn it on. Oh yeah, it's starting to get hot. And it just kind of takes the edge off. If I get super cold, as I have this, called My Heat, 200 watts. But this is an expensive power item. I never run this thing all night unless I'm plugged in at a campground and I have unlimited power. And I will leave it here, but I will turn it off for now because it's not that cold at the moment. I do have my hat. When it's extremely cold, I will wear this while I'm sleeping. All right, hat, got the heater, got the heat emitter, and in a little while I'm going to get out my heated mattress pad. But for now I'm going to eat, kick back, as we used to say. Do we still say kick back? I don't think the kids say that anymore, but anyway. We put down the heated mattress pad first. 12-volt plug. It's been a big day. Covered a lot of miles. Got to see the beautiful ocean today. So I'm going to go to bed. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I'm awake. I actually have my little 200-watt heater going right here. Just warming up the air a little bit. There's one little trick I want to mention that I do. I take my clothes and I put them under the blankets next to the heated mattress pad for like 10 minutes. So your clothes get warm. And I can even, put all my clothes on with the blankets still over me. I just got to show you this thing. Look at this. Look at this thing. Wow. They got everything. They got the AC, they got the Wii Boost, they got the canoes, they got the bikes. I can't even begin to imagine how much that thing cost. 45 degrees now at 9:10 in the morning. Here's just a better look at this rest area. I think I'm gonna go home today. Got, 3 more weeks of work, then my big winter trip, Arizona, New Mexico. I do plan to go to Quartzsite, and I think I'm going to go to the WRTR. This is the instant coffee I'm kind of working on right now. Butterscotch vanilla. So I think I'm just gonna, instant coffee is just the easiest, The coffee snob that I am, you might think I have a more elaborate coffee setup in here, and then this is what I put in it. Sweet cream. And sometimes I even get a little fancier. Here's the coffee snob coming out. This is a little salted maple cold foam. Boy, butterscotch vanilla coffee, salted maple cold foam, and sweet cream. Yeah. Oh my God, that is so good. Yeah, coffee time. I'm telling you, the traffic in this city, trying to even get into this city, drives me nuts. 10 miles from home or something, and it says it's going to take an hour to get there. I have no idea what is going on. Now that's something you don't see every day. People are reversing off of the on-ramp to go a different direction. Unreal. I didn't even film the, hey everybody, thanks for watching, see you in the next video, because it took me over an hour to get the last 10 miles to home. Had to get off the freeway, take the streets, it took forever. But hey, thanks for watching. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We'll see you in a few weeks for my winter trip. I don't know if I'll put this in the video, but I had a very good friend and coworker who I worked with for 7 years, and she left in June. And so this is the first time in 7 years that I'm having to manage the job completely by myself. And I just want to say, for these last 5 months, it's not very fun. It's not very fun. It is still, it is still satisfying to know that I am helping people, helping young people, but I'm not nearly enjoying the job as much as I used to. I just got to call it out how it is. So that's made these last few months even more difficult. Anyway. Oh, that was a nice visit with my friend and a nice drive through the park. I've actually been hanging out in that park for 40 years, off and on. Used to take my dog there a lot before he passed away. Used to party in that park. Hiked all through the park for years. Oh, there's something about taking a trip down memory lane, especially on a holiday. You know, if I added up all the money I spent on coffee, shoot. It kind of makes me mad sometimes when I think about how much money I've spent on coffee. And do you know something? I didn't have my first cup of coffee until I was 30 years old. Yeah, I was a college student. Yes, I was still a college student at 30. That's a story for another time. But, I needed the energy, and I took that first drink of coffee, and it was over. Now it's almost 30 years later, and I don't know. I actually would like to quit coffee. I think I would sleep better if I quit coffee. All right, well, let's go get some coffee. You want to know one thing I've noticed? I consider myself a perceptive person. You know, you kind of have to be, you know, keeping your eyes out, looking around when you're out and about. Most people are not paying attention to me, you know? I think there's this idea that, you know, I'm living this alternative lifestyle, you know, part-time, living in my van, traveling. And I think as solo females, we're conditioned to watch out, be careful, look around, all that kind of stuff. But I don't think most people do that. I'm always worried, oh, someone knows I'm staying in my van or something. People don't care. They're not looking. They're off in their own world. Sometimes I'm off in my own world.